numbers. Big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this a jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be best though.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The City of Angels showing it can be loud and raucous. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
We go tonight. 180.
Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. They go with Gurley on first down, but he goes nowhere. They bottle him up for a loss of a couple. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Tonight, 120. I got you. I got you. Four down. 2 up. 15. 11. 11.
Here's Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Goff now to throw. They got a man. It's Woods. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the... Bucks 43.
That's another Rams first down. 1st and 10 at the 43.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43.
45, Mike, 45.
From the gun, here's Goff. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. There on the coverage, knocking that one away, was Mike Edwards.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, and you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down.
Hey, Alpha.
45. Mike, 45. Strip the ball. Strip the ball.
To throw is gone. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Gerald Everett, his third touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Let's go, let's convert, let's convert, let's convert.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Shift. Watch the shift.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
30.
Slay. Check 37.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Oh, he's going to air it out. And that's going to be intercepted. Taken by the Pro Bowler, Eric Weddle. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start, both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Yo.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
What? Like 20.
54.
Blue Dan.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
From the gun on third down. Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chasing Pierre-Paul. Drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. The 4-time All-Pro Johnny Hecker is on to punt for L.A. as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Only one way to describe Ronald Jones' rookie season with Tampa Bay, and that's disappointing. Drafted to be their lead runner, just 23 carries on a team that ranked 29th in the NFL in rushing.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Check nickel.
Hey, 5-0, 5-0, 5-0.
Hey, turn it out. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
First down, Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. But it's going to be second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
36. Check 24. Check 24.
On second down, it's Jones. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check it out. Come on.
Sunday.
Patsy. Check it back. Check it back.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Open man has got it. It's complete. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. From the gun, Winston. Complete to Jones. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
A 6-yard pickup.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
On 2nd down, Barber. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Mike,
Ready. Black 25.
quit talking about it. Let him play it.
Wait.
Check. 59. Watch the run. Mike's 59. In the face. Shit.
Here we go, even. Let's go.
Working out of the gun, Winston. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, watch that.
Hey, Echo.
54. Mike, 54.
Obama. Hey, tonight.
No.
Goff now looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ndamukong Suh able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Goff. Going up top for Kupp. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Winston now from the 50. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jameis to throw it. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special team with your offensive unit.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. Gurley's got the 1st down and then some. And down to the 28-yard line. A big run there by Gurley. 53 yards. Well, this is the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Runs like that might get him another award.
Yeah, Thunderbolt right out of the gate, huh? How about that, hitting the defense hard early? And, of course, carrying the momentum from last week into this week's game.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Gurley on 1st down with no blocking help there, as he won't even make it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 1. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby. Louis. DC. Crunch. Hey, let's go. Go, Brown.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Ndamukong Suh in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Out of the gun. Goff. This is caught. It's Cooks. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 15-yard line.
20, Merlin.
From the red zone now, Goff. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Josh Reynolds that time, and that'll bring up second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Three down. Whip. Watch the whip.
Super one.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Check 52.
Super.
Clap. 52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. Check.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. He can run for it, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Jared Goff with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Brashad Perriman, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, a full half to be played.
Get ready.
At their own 20-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jason Pierre-Paul picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
45. Mike, 45.
The final shot before break here. Goff. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check out read. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Slam, slam, slam.
Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
White 25. 59. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on, 5 on, 5 on. Check. Hey. Flip, flip, flip. Easy, easy, easy. Green, triple C. Let's go.
To throw, Winston. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
This is fielded inside the 5. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Again, they run with Gurley. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Mike 54. We got it, we got it.
Throwing on 3rd. Gone. And he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. 25 yards that time. Woods coming off by far the best year of his career. 86 catches, over 1,200 yards. Now he's hoping to build on that, but well, he was a key cog in the wheel that took them to the Super Bowl last season. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Another carry now for Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
180. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Go, 12. Let's go. Check 99. What's up?
Now it's gone. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Even. Let's go, let's convert. Sunny.
Throwing, Winston. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
Ready, white 25. Check, no. Let's get it together. White. Bang.
On 1st and 10, Winston. He finds his target. It's Evans. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll throw again. Winston. He sets up the screen to Jones. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Jameis now on 1st down. And this is caught by Evans. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there at 22. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Winston. Now they go screen. It's complete. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They had that 14-0 lead, but that has evaporated as they go to work here, 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Watch the screen.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and just a few inches.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football.
DC.
They'll try and pick up the 1st with Gurley. I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
You're not ready. You're not ready. 4 down. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. And let's get this. Hey, 5.
The Rams going for it on 4th. Gone. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
A couple of 1st downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And that is incomplete. Defensively, mission accomplished, and now with under 3 to go, they may be the last team holding the football.
They may very well be the last team holding the football, unless, of course, you're facing a group that is really aggressive offensively and may want to take a gamble, but theoretically, you've done your job now. You should get the ball back on a punt, but I'd be alert for a fake.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the 22, Winston. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Well, that's a good first step, but several steps still to go.
They still have time for the possible game-winning field goal. Time for them to be quick and hurry at the same time.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Winston. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Check 50. Check. Hey, let's get a commercial. Follow. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Sonny. Shift. Watch the shift. Rush in.
Out of the shotgun is Jones. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Ready? Blue ready. Green, triple team. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. March 50. Let's go. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on.
Winston to throw. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The veteran Eric Weddle there to break that one up.
He was fouled by Eric Weddle.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Mike's 50. You. Let's go, Mike 50. Hey.
Winston to throw for it on 4th. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Intercepted. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. So it'll all come down to the booming right leg of Greg Zuerlein. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So it'll all come down to the booming right leg of Greg Zuerlein. This will be from 53 for the win. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and that changes everything here in OT. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now the first throw in overtime for Winston. That's caught by Howard. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. Winston now. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Even.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. Still catching our breaths from that electric finish. You get into overtime, that's one thing. It was a great 4 quarters. Within an OT, not only to win it, but to win it on a defensive score. Wow.
Oh, definitely. And I think from now on, we're going to definitely travel someone who could help us because I thought I was going to pass out at the end. Not just getting to the overtime, but the plays in overtime that led to this one, and to finish it on a defensive touchdown, a takeaway that gets into the end zone. I'm not rooting for anyone, but boy, I'd love to see games finish that way.
So for L.A., hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.